All right. Hello, chat. How's it going? Hopefully well. We're back. We're playing more MGS3. And just continuing with that kind of cleanup playthrough. I don't remember where we were at because it's been a bit. Like, I think it's been like 3 weeks-ish since I last was working on this. Something like that. So I don't know exactly where we were at in the cleanup playthrough, but sorry, hiccup. I feel like it's probably pretty late into it, I would have to guess. We'll see. Anyway, let me just get her open. Get everything shifted over. Just a second. Probably best hit that first. Just because this game is funky with the full screen shenanigans and opening in the background today, apparently. Okay. I got Steam was saying that the PS4 controller might not be directly compatible with the game. Apparently Konami didn't put in PlayStation controller support like natively. So I was a little skeptical. I thought I was gonna have to like plug in the Xbox controller, but it seems fine, to be honest. At least from that menu, it seems fine. We'll see. Maybe I do end up going back. It does still have the Xbox controller prompts. Good shit, Konami. They really didn't. Oh, 8 hours in? Okay, we're deep into the cleanup run then. Groznygrad. Got it. What's left? Basically, I just have to get the rest of like the collectible things done. And then Foxhound. And that's a bit of a simplified way of saying it, but that is actually what's left. That's it. Torture room. I don't think no footsteps.
Who's that?
Shit. Shit. No. No. Why are there 3 of you in here? At least none of them got the alarm. Alright, Keraton in here would be, I think, in the office. Ice Snake and Blackface, because it is unironically the most effective face camo the first time through Groznygrad because of the lighting. The second time it's not as good as just Splitter, but the black face paint is marginally better the first time. And the Keraton is all that's in here that's important. I'm gonna check for items real quick. No, okay. Louvre heist case, no. Is there something weird about the detective? I did see someone on the news. I don't know if it was the detective. I doubt it. Damn it. Never change MGS3 AI. I saw someone on the news talking about it who was like, oh, these guys, you know, these guys were some real amateurs. They They broke one of the jewels on the way out. So that's how you know these guys really didn't know what they were doing. And I'm kind of sitting here like, they successfully heisted from the Louvre. Like, they may have broken one priceless jewel, but didn't they get like 9 others or some shit? I feel like there's no amateur on this planet that could have pulled off that heist. Like, an amateur just wouldn't have even been able to do it, I would think. Oh, you can't use your gun. I was starting to really think with the Metal Gear brain there for a second. I was cooking, but at the very last second, I was left disappointed. We've lost sight of the enemy. He's definitely here somewhere. Apparently that detective was actually just some random dripped out passerby. Oh. How has everyone seen this? How did I not see this? Oh, I guess I've been busy, to be fair. I have not been on, like, any social media. Not even, like, YouTube since stream yesterday. Here I am trying to do the lean, like I'm playing Delta 2. Like, I'm all washed up. I didn't see it until I saw a post debunking it. Oh. I've been too busy, dog. I need to slow down. Like, even right now, I'm a little, like, off just because I was working until, like, 8 minutes before starting stream. Well, like, 3 minutes before putting up starting soon screen. Like, 8 minutes before starting. I normally have like 20 minutes beforehand to like set up and kind of chill out a bit after working all morning. But this morning I did not have that. I went up like pretty much right to stream time. These guys are gonna take forever. It's fine, I can wait. I'd rather not, but I knocked out so many guys and they're gonna keep waking them up, resetting it to 99. I can wait. You play Guy Savage? I have, but it's not in this version of MGS3. It's only in the PS2 version of Snake Eater. Which is why it coming back for Delta was such a big deal. Because that minigame was only ever in one release of MGS3. It was never in any of the later re-releases. In general, that sort of stuff is like the best part about Delta, in my opinion. Like, all of the additional content, like Guy Savage, Snake vs. Monkey, Snake vs. Bomberman, Secret Theater, like, all of those pieces of bonus content being in Delta was a big deal just because MGS3 has always had, like, 1 or 2 pieces of side content, but not all of it, like, in every release. So, like, this release has this and that, but not this and that sort of thing. So Delta having all of it in one package is a big deal because that's the only version of MGS3 that has all of that side content in one. Thoughts on Campaign Evolved? I think it looks really good, to be honest. Obviously they're reusing a lot of stuff from Halo Infinite and 5. Only some stuff from 5. I say a lot of stuff. They're reusing a lot from Infinite. They're reusing a little bit from 5. Like the CE pistol animations, and I'm sure that they'll probably get replaced prior to release as well. because I was talking about it yesterday. People immediately started shitting on like the pop-in and stuff like that you can see in the demo, but like they're more than a year out from release still, and the optimization and visual polishing always happens in like the last few months of development. So the fact that they showed off so much this early on was very ballsy, because that stuff just is not going to be ready. It's also definitely why they only showed off one mission, is that they only had one mission that was even in a good enough state to show at this point in development. Because yeah, everything else is going to be super rough right about this point. But like the CE pistol animation, like the reload animation, that's just the one from Halo 5. But I would not be surprised at all if that's placeholder, just so that they can nail down functionality and stuff, and they're gonna actually remake one in the next year before release, stuff like that. But I think it looks really good, and I really like the direction they're taking. I'm seeing no one talk about, well, I'm seeing everyone talk about how big of a deal it is that they're going to be going back and improving on levels like the library and attack on the control room, and assumedly, even though they didn't say it exactly, 2 betrayals will probably get a lot of tuning. That's great. The 3 missions that never made it into the original are obviously great. That's the part I'm seeing no one talk about, is those 3 missions that had to get cut from the original CE because the original CE was super rushed near the end. They're actually going to be remaking those using original concepts and design docs left behind from Bungie that Microsoft, thank God, held on to all this time. Like, that's pretty amazing, and I've somehow seen no one talk about that.
What's wrong?
That honestly might be one of the best parts of the entire thing. Oh yeah, the upscaling is bad too, because all the footage they release is from an Xbox Series. It's being played on a Series X. So especially with optimization stuff not really happening until probably like a few months into next year. Yeah, the upscaling was definitely noticeable. And the TAA was really rough too, I was noticing. Like, just all the fucking smearing from the TAA in that demo too was pretty awful. Why is there a guard here, Kojima? I almost got spotted. Why the fuck is there a guard here? If I had run like 2 steps forward more than I did, I would have been spotted. That's crazy. Oh, right. There's a Keraton like way back in the corner of this area. Oh my god, I'm shaky. I need to eat food. I was like, why am I so shaky? Completely forgetting why we eat food in MGS3. I'm gonna eat a calorie, mate. Okay. The enemy and marine legs smeared like crazy. Yeah, it was very noticeable. But honestly, if that's what the performance mode on consoles is looking like, and assumedly PC side, you know, will be able to tweak and adjust, and at least on a rig like mine, almost definitely run at a higher quality with less upscaling. That's looking pretty good to me. My god, my head kind of poked into there for a second. That scared the shit out of me. It was 60 FPS on console. Or sorry, it was 60 FPS though, which they didn't have on console till 5, right? Yeah. There was not a single Halo game prior to Halo 5 that ran at 60 on consoles. And I'm assuming that it was being played in a performance mode, since Series X still has that distinction. Because, you know, like PS5 Pro made the big move to be like, no, you don't even need it anymore. It does fidelity and performance at the same time. But there's no, like, Series X Pro. So I'm assuming that that was the lower fidelity, higher performance option that we were seeing yesterday. And honestly, if that is, like, the version of the game that is going to look the worst, what we saw yesterday, because unless you're playing on, like, a potato PC, it realistically is the worst that that game will look visually. I think that game looks pretty nice. Like, I'm just, in my head, I'm like, okay, when I play it, I'm not going to be upscaling. God knows I'm not going to be using TAA. Like, this game on the PC side, when I have my hands on it, is going to look really damn good. It's like when we started seeing gameplay of Delta early, and they had, like, the crazy upscaling and stuff like that on it, and it was like, ooh. But then more optimization happens, and what's it? I'm on PC, so it's not, God knows I would never. A couple new missions for the prologue, like right after Reach. We don't know what the missions are. People are theorizing after Reach, but we have no idea what they are. All that we know is that there are 3 missions from the original game that we've never really heard about publicly, but those 3 missions were cut from the original, even though they were in the design doc and the original outline. Because the game was rushed at the end, the original Halo CE. So they just couldn't make those missions. Because even, like, the last 4 missions of Halo CE are terrible. I'm the biggest Halo fanboy, but I will be the first to admit those missions are dog shit. And very clearly the result of them needing to rush the end of the game out the door, because the first half of Halo CE is amazing, and then those last 4 missions are shit. So the fact that they're going to polish up the later half of the campaign, like just make those missions play and flow better and have better pacing and all that, they said, and then also add in those 3 cut missions by using some of the original design docs that Microsoft still has laying around, to me, sounds amazing. Like, that sounds great to me. They mentioned there will be more scenes with Johnson. Yeah, because Johnson wasn't even a named character in CE. But now he's like one of the most iconic fan favorite Halo characters ever. So, because like in CE, he appeared, what, 2 times in cutscenes? And, okay, 3 times if you include the legendary ending, I guess. And 1 time in a mission. He just pops up. But he really is just this random, like, Marine captain who they never named or anything. I did not mean to hit this button. So them, like, not really changing it, but just doing a little more with Johnson, since he has since become an actual character that fans love, I think is a great idea too. No. Nothing's here. What are you talking about? No. I'm still not fully sold, but I'm listening. I'm pretty sold. I'm already sold. Because nothing about what they've said so far has elicited any sort of negative reaction. Is just where I'm at. And nothing about that gameplay, aside from, like, back-end technical stuff, looked bad. Like, the gameplay looked great as a Halo fan, right? So I'm pretty in on it. Obviously, I'm going to keep an eye on it. There's still, assumedly, like, more than a year before release, but I'm already pretty on board unless they just fuck things. I want a handkerchief. What percent are you at? I don't know. Because all that we have for like percent is Steam achievements. I don't think the lighting looks bad, just kind of generic. I think the lighting outside looks really generic and just pure like mega bright sunlight and nothing else. But that's what the original was like on that mission. Like that just was a super bright mission that took place during the day. That's always what that was. And I thought that what little we saw of the interiors, like inside the Forerunner structures, that lighting looked really good. Especially with the dynamic lights coming off of the, what's it? Like the plasma and the needles and everything. Like, the energy shield from the elites was bouncing light off of the walls in the indoor environments. Like when their shields would light up, that was bouncing off of the walls with like a soft blue. That shit was so cool. That all looked great to me. Figured it to be janky. Yeah, there's no in-game percentage counter. It's just like the Steam achievements basically for tracking percentage. Okay, he's knocked out. Actually, it's way easier if I bring him up now, isn't it? Yeah, we're talking about the Halo thing. The campaign evolved. I don't mind the name. People are saying it's a stupid name. I don't mind the name either. Because, like, if they're just doing the campaign, they can keep it CE. It's kind of funny. I would have definitely taken a Halo 3 anniversary. But I'm really down with the idea of fixing up Halo CE's messier parts. Because that game was so rushed. Because I was just saying, like, the first half of Halo CE is so good, and then the second half, like, dives off a cliff. So the idea of them not just, like, remastering the game, but going back to fix up the parts that got kind of fucked because of how rushed it was, while just leaving what's good as it is. Like, they said pretty much straight up, they were like, yeah, the stuff that's good, we're not really going to touch it because that stuff is already, like, pretty perfect. We don't really need to. We just want to fix up the parts that really suffered because of the circumstances of the original's development. Considering its campaign, what should be the best price for it? I think 60 is fair, but not more than that. I do feel like 60... And I know that people get weird about remakes and remasters and all that with pricing, but I think 60 is fair in a case like this because they're remaking it. Like, half of the game needs to get major adjustments made. They're adding a whole bunch of new sandbox elements that weren't there before. Apparently fleshing out the story a bit. Adding new missions that were never there. I feel like 60 is very reasonable in a case like this. Where is this Keraton? In the East Wing? Oh, he's in the room where you drag Rykov. There he is. I'll just... Naked Rykov works for me. Oops. Bro, why are there so many games coming out here? Oh, this is the wrong outfit. What am I doing? Like, I'm not even too bothered by, like, $60, $70 games, whatever. It's like, fair enough. If I want it, I'll pay it. As much as I hate saying that because of Randy Pitchford now, it is like, is it a little steep? Maybe. But like, if I really want that game, I'm going to pay it. I can live with it. But my problem is there are so many games coming out. Like, last year was stacked. This year has been stacked. Next year already is fucking stacked. Like, can we slow down on releasing good games? Like, what is happening? Why is it just non-stop good games around the clock? I've already skipped a bunch of stuff this year just because I'm like, I've already bought so many games. I can't. Like, Ninja Gaiden 4 just came out, and I'm like, bro, I already bought like 4 games for the fall season. I can't stack another one on here. Like, I don't even have the time outside of work to play all of these, even if I did buy it. It's getting ridiculous. And then, yeah, RGG yesterday announces that apparently next week they're announcing a new Yakuza game. While we're already waiting on Stranger Than Heaven, we already have Kiwami 3 coming out in February. And now they're just like, oh yeah, we're announcing a new Yakuza game next week, by the way. We already have like trailers and stuff for 2 Yakuza games that aren't out. What do you mean there's a third one? It's Dead Souls Kiwami. Oh my god, wait, they're announcing it on Halloween. What if it is not even like Kiwami? What if it's just something Dead Souls? It could be like a Dead Souls 2 or some shit. What if it is something Dead Souls, actually? Now that you mention it, an announcement on Halloween. I hope it's the PS2 ports. I would love for it to be PS2 ports. Just so that when I start... Or sorry, not start. I started a long time ago. But when I tell people, like, hey, the PS2 versions are worth it. You should really check those out if you ever get the chance. Them actually putting out a new port for like current systems would be awesome, just so that people actually can reasonably pick those up and play them again. Because even like, I would be super excited by that announcement, even though I've already played them. You know, like I don't need the PS2 games. I actually recently also picked up an HD collection copy for myself. Just because I'm at the point of fixation, okay? I wanted it. And it wasn't very expensive. I wanted it. Like, I already own the PS2 versions and the PS3 versions of the PS2 versions. I don't need them, but I would still be thrilled just for the sake of other people being able to check them out more easily. Because I do think, well, I don't know, the current Yakuza fandom is a mystery in a lot of ways. I wanted to say, I think if people had an easy way to go back and check out the originals, they would really love them. Do I have to use a sniper or some shit? But then I was like, I don't know. These are the same people who like can't even get through Yakuza 3 apparently, because the combat is so bad, allegedly. Yeah, that is the Keraton. It's a weird one with this, because normally there's one every screen. But yeah, this is main wing. This is, or I was just in West Wing. Yeah, so that is right. Oh, that actually wakes them up way faster? Look at me go. Us filthy casuals. Play Yakuza 3, damn it.
Sir.
Tibby did, and he loved it. Right, Tibby? Come on, play Yakuza 3. Bitches. I loved 3's combat. I felt super powerful by the end, but the bosses were still challenging. I seriously had no issue with it when I played. Like, I feel like it's crazy. It makes me feel crazy talking about Yakuza 3's combat because everyone is like, I hate it. They block everything. I do no damage. And I was like, bro,
You can count on me.
I am the Dragon of Dojima in this
What about
game.
the
Look at me.
philosopher's legacy?
Doing like my 20-second
About that.
king chain throw on every boss in the game.
What are you? Are you trying to kill me?
Once I unlocked that, bro, it was so over. I used it every single time. The crazy wrestling combo that you could use on the bosses was so good.
I see.
No, don't. Oh.
Although, to be fair, I think Yakuza 3, out of like 1 through 5, that PS2 1 through 5, mind you. Or, sorry, PS2 versions of 1 and 2, I mean. To be fair, Yakuza 3 is probably the weakest Kiryu out of that lineup.
What are you
But
doing?
not by a lot. Like, Yakuza 1 is not far ahead.
I'm going to get you out of here.
A man of honor, just like your commander.
Yeah, picking enemies up just to beat on them more was so funny. I loved all that shit about like Yakuza 3 and 4 Kiryu. That was so good.
The final
Where was
preparations
that in
for
like
phase
Zero
2
and
are complete.
Kiwami? That they should have put that in those games. It would have felt so good there.
To put it in technical terms,
the combat
it's
in
a
those games
composite
needs some
range
help.
extension system for medium-range ballistic missiles.
Particularly Zero. I'm looking at Zero. Kiryu's combat in Zero.
The Shagohod was originally designed as a tank.
I get that it's a
to launch
prequel, but
nuclear missiles
that is
from
not the
any
Dragon of
type
Dojima.
terrain.
If bro doesn't have full maxed out heat, he can't even fucking do anything. That is not my Dragon of Dojima.
Are simply too big for the Shagohod to carry. But the military would not hear of it. They demanded a weapon that could launch a nuclear missile directly into the American homeland.
What did you think of the legend style in Zero? I never got it.
For phase 2.
I never unlocked the legend styles in Zero.
ICBM onto the Shagohod. So how'd you do it?
By accelerating the Shagohod itself.
Because I didn't know they existed until after I finished the video.
A rocket booster unit is attached to the frame.
And,
of the
or sorry, not after I
Shagohod.
finished the video, after I finished the game, because I mentioned them in the video.
Technology used in the Vostok rocket that sent Major Gagarin into space.
But I didn't know until after I finished playing.
The Shagohod can
So,
achieve a land speed of over 300
I got
miles
the,
per hour.
That
the
monster
businesses like pretty much maxed out, but left them like right at the end once I had enough for upgrades and stuff.
It launches a nuclear missile.
And if I had known that all I had to do was spend like
Shagohod acts like the
2
first
more
stage of
hours
a
on each of the businesses to get a whole new combat style for each character, I would have.
Launched by the Shagohod,
I just didn't
thus
know.
increases from 2,500 miles
Because there's nothing in the game that clues you in on it beforehand.
miles.
Because they're secrets.
That's enough to strike anywhere in the United States.
But yeah, I maxed out the main 3 styles and then just kind of was like, yep, good. Don't need any more money. Moved on. Never learned the tech. Bro, honestly, one of the most fun parts of Yakuza 3, and it's in other games, it pops up, but it's never as good as it was in 3. The wall bouncing mechanics in 3 are crazy. If you can get like a boss stacked up against a wall perfectly and you just bounce them off of it like 5 times in a row, locking them into an endless combo. That shit is so fun when you do it.
It is the only one of its kind. But Vulcan is
I wish they kept that in later games too,
on that prototype.
because the wall bouncing was awesome.
All over the Soviet Union.
Yes, and that's not the end of it. He's going to ship
Gonna have to talk about it in a 100% review in like 5 years. You say that, but we got bowling done yesterday, and we almost got like what, a third of Pachi slots done already in the same stream.
His funds are nearly limitless. He could start mass production tomorrow if
So,
he
like,
wanted. The reason that
I don't think it's going to be that bad, because Yakuza 2 mini-games, unironically, are going to be, like, the hardest thing that we ever do in that franchise. It sounds like an exaggeration if you've never tried to 100% the mini-games in that, but holy shit.
The Shagohod goes far beyond the level of threat.
Just, I never want to touch them again after this 100% run.
If such a weapon
Only
is
because you got the
unleashed,
super rare chance
it will not
extension.
be long before all nations are engulfed in conflict.
Do you even do 100% reviews? No, I've bounced around the idea, but I've never done them just because by the time I came up with the idea,
so you see,
I was already doing like the 2 series on top of each other thing, which I think I'm
It's not too late.
just not doing again after Resi and Yakuza wrap up.
Still got a chance.
To be fair, I kind of traumatized myself with Resi and Yakuza in that regard.
Just tell me what I need to do to destroy this place.
Because of course I chose 2 series at once that have like 30 games and 25 games respectively
used in the rocket engine is
to try to do
attack.
on top of each
You can blow
other,
it up somehow.
which was absolutely my bad. I don't know what I was
Hang
thinking,
to smithereens.
C3.
but I think I'm a 1 review series at a time kind of guy after this.
Molded into any
I'm gonna be so real.
bomb of the future.
I think after these 2 are done, 1 series at a time is good.
It was stolen by a female spy who was here a minute ago.
Because holy shit.
Eva?
No, that's not her name. Her name is Tatiana. She made her way in here by becoming Vulcan's lover.
I thought she was your lover.
Re-energized? Yeah, because even
No.
we still have some mini games that are not going to be great to do, but we have the worst of Yakuza 2's mini games out of the way with like bowling and batting and the driving range.
Who are
And
they?
Pachi slots a lot of people said would be the worst.
They're in America.
They're kind of time consuming, but they're nowhere near as
No,
bad
I
as the other
remember.
3 in
Your
my
family's
opinion.
in the custody of the CIA.
Because after that we have like,
How
you know,
long has
Mahjong
Tatiana
will
been
take a
here?
little bit, but it's way easier than the other things.
A few days before the first
Shogi
was
will
issued
be tricky to learn because I'm actually going to properly learn it for the sake of doing it in Yakuza 2, and then I'll just be able to
All of the
ideally
experimental data for the Shagohod.
use that practice and learning in the other 100% as well.
Destroy the Shagohod.
I will.
Um,
but first I've got to get you to
But the
safety.
worst of Yakuza 2's mini games are out of the way. Thank God.
No, I'm not going.
My mission is to
Shogi
rescue
app?
you.
No. No.
Leave me.
I'm aware of the app. Using the app to calculate the ideal move is some bitch-made shit. Absolutely
I
not.
cannot return to my country. I would most certainly be sent to the gulags.
What about the US?
Absolutely
Yes, I
not.
once thought of that. My family's waiting for me there. But even if I fled to the United States, I would once again find myself creating weapons of mass murder. In the end, it doesn't matter where I go.
Resident Evil is almost done though. It's not even a cheese. Bro, it's not a cheese. It's literally just cheating. It is just cheating. You're not even playing the game. You're literally just like, oh, okay, take picture, look at phone, do what phone tells me.
Every day,
No,
without
absolutely
sleep,
not.
without a word of praise from others.
We have 4 more? We have more than 4. We have
They are merely the tools of
7.
politicians.
7 more.
All I wanted to do
7.
was build space rockets.
And then Requiem will come out very soon after I finish the
The
rest.
space race between America and Russia became the prey of politicians. The space race and the arms
End of
race are
February.
one and the same. Missiles, rockets, what's the difference? Scientists are always being
Gonna become a Shogi Grandmaster. It's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna be so goated at Shogi after this.
Watch over my family.
I'll think about it. It would be a shame if anything happened to Sokolov immediately after this scene. Wouldn't it? particularly his knees. It would be a real shame. I don't know why I bring up his knees. It would just, you know, that would be awful.
Major, what are you doing here? I've been waiting for you in my room.
A lot of people are saying it could be Kiwami 4. I feel like it could be Kiwami 4, but wouldn't that be kind of... I don't know. I don't see them announcing Kiwami 4
Play dumb with me.
before Kiwami 3 is even
You
out.
can fool me, you're sorely mistaken. I know the
Like, unless they're trying to double them up, but Yakuza 3 is... Or sorry, Kiwami 3 rather, is already like a full $70 game. So it's not like they're going to be sold in a bundle or anything. I really don't know. I don't see it being Kiwami 4, if I'm being real with you. Dead Souls weirdly feels possible. Like, very weirdly feels possible now that Tibby brought it up. But I was assuming it would just be something new, to be honest. My money, if I had to bet on something, would be it's something new. Which also feels crazy because Stranger Than Heaven, but... I don't know. It's already so insane to think that they're going to have, like, 3 games that they're marketing that all aren't out yet. And they're trying to hype up all 3 of them. It's kind of an insane situation. I don't know if I can even apply my logic to it at this point.
Stay out of this.
Whatever they are doing right now already heavily defies any of my games industry logic. I can't really make a good guess at all.
I see why they call you the boss. What was that? Some kind of judo?
No, it's called CQC.
'Cause, like, this would
basic
be-
form of close quarters combat.
Like, if Resident Evil right now was like, oh yeah, we got Requiem and RE5 Remake coming out, like, back to back. And by the way, we're announcing something new next week.
From here.
And we would all just be like, what the fuck are they announcing? Right now, they're working on Kiwami 3, Stranger Than Heaven, Virtua Fighter 6, and another project. Yeah, it's insane.
Pay for hurting Ivan.
I feel like Kiwami 3 is going to suffer because of this whole situation, and especially if the new announcement was a Kiwami 4, I would also assume that Kiwami 4 is going to suffer a lot. Because I know that RGG has been upscaling, like, their studio, but even just those 3 games at once was already crazy, right? Like, Kiwami 3, Stranger Than Heaven, Virtua Fighter 6 was already a crazy lineup to be doing all at once. Adding another thing on top of it, and knowing the history of the Kiwami games, just has me like, Kiwami 3 is gonna be like the story of 3 and the environments of 3, but just made up of a whole bunch of existing assets and reused shit from prior games. Because, like, Kiwami 1 was basically just the story of Yakuza 1 within Yakuza 0. So it makes me worry that Kiwami 3 is basically going to be that. I know I'm not the only one. It's like, I want a remake that feels like its own thing, you know? Like, really like its own thing. Like, Kiwami 1 is super different from Yakuza 1, but it's barely different than Yakuza 0. So, like, I'm not huge on that style, if that makes sense. And even, like, Metal Gear Solid Delta is great for what it is, right? Like, I had a blast with that. It's so fun to play an updated MGS3 that just has, like, smoother core gameplay, beautiful cutscenes,
Tell me.
some little, you know, bonus content additions and stuff. Like, Delta is great for what it is, but it's so close to MGS3, the original.
You'd better
I want
stop
like a Resident Evil remake. Like, that's my style.
Who is
I want something like
dog?
meaningfully transformative, and I think that's
know you
why
gave that data to someone.
I'm more excited for the Halo remake that just got announced yesterday than a lot of people are right now, because that's going to be a really transformative remake. Like, that's going to be a remake that is super different from Halo CE. They're going to be kind of the same game, but two totally different takes on it, right? And that's what I prefer. I way prefer that. I want something like, even when you're doing a remake, I want something new. I don't just want to buy the same game again, if that makes sense. I won't hate it if it's just the same game, but it looks prettier. But like,
Now then,
I want something that still feels new.
more entertaining.
Otherwise, I could just play the original. I have it, you know?
But first,
I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. I need to crack my window. It's hot in my room. I don't know why.
you've certainly seen your share of battles.
Yeah, you know.
Consider yourself lucky. I am about to show you what hell is really like.
2 make, 3 make, Resistance,
Let's get
Village,
started.
RE-verse, and 4 make. I'm missing the 7th one.
What is your target?
I want to say, every time I want to say Rules of Rose, but that's the PS2 game. Shadows of Rose? Is that what
Maybe it's
the
legacy.
Village expansion was called?
Answer me. Who is helping you? Who let you in here?
I think that one's getting a video.
You're a tough one.
I'm just assuming it is until I look more into it. The thing is, I don't know how long it is. Like, I don't know if it is substantial enough for a video. But from what little I know of it, it seems like it probably is.
Here's where the fun really begins. My body carries an electric charge of 10 million volts. Let's see how you like this.
I'm rooting for a Code Veronica remake. Because I'm already one of the biggest Code Veronica
How much
defenders.
does the CIA know?
Like, people hate Code Veronica for like, oh, the backtracking is ridiculous. But like, dude,
They're after my legacy.
it's the
aren't
biggest classic style RE game we ever got. Like, yeah, you're gonna have to backtrack a little more, but you're also exploring and discovering way more than you are in the other games too. It's not like it's just all backtracking. There's so much in that game. It's like 3 to 4 hours. Ooh.
they?
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Well,
Let your
Shadows of Rose also came with other content that's
what
not
I wanna see.
huge, but Shadows of Rose also, like, the same day that the DLC came out, they dropped the free update that brought Mercenaries to Village, and Village's Mercenaries is really good.
He's not going to talk. He's been
and-
trained not to break.
The DLC also adds the
Trained by
third-person mode for the core game as well. So I feel like even if I just had to fluff it out a tiny bit with mentions of that stuff, it might be, but I don't know. I'll have to dig deeper.
During the 2 world wars. That's what you're looking for.
Because I feel like
isn't
also
it?
no one really played it, from what I've heard.
$100 billion divided up and hidden all over the world. And you're looking
It's
for
so
a record of
creepy, I
where
still
all that
haven't
money
finished
is
it.
hidden, right?
So creepy, I haven't finished it, he says. Get a load of this guy.
No matter.
Oh, the jittery eyes.
Legacy is safely
MGS3
in my
eyes.
possession, in the underground vault of Groznygrad.
Yes. Give away your entire plan. Villain man.
What's this? A transmitter. Who's responsible for this?
I am. I planted.
How much
a
will that
bomb
money
to
be
keep track
today?
of his
What was the
movements.
amount? I forget already.
Why?
So the Cobras could ambush him.
If they knew where he was gonna be, they wouldn't have gotten themselves slaughtered.
You know, another remake I enjoyed, even though I prefer the
Pains me to
original.
do this,
Speaking
boss,
of
but
like
under the
good remakes
circumstances,
/ just the style of remake that
afraid
I
must ask you
prefer,
to show me some
um,
proof that you and he were
Silent
not
Hill
in
2.
collusion.
You don't trust me. Is
Konami.
that
I was
it?
sitting here thinking about remakes still.
But he
Silent Hill
is
2.
your apprentice.
I enjoyed that a lot.
What do you want?
I
me to
still
do?
think the original Silent 2 is, or Silent Hill 2, there we go, is better than the remake. Like, if someone was going to play it for the first time, I would recommend that they play the PS2 version instead.
I don't like those blue eyes of his.
But, as a
Nothing more important
huge
to a soldier
fanboy
than
of Silent Hill 2,
You
I had a
made
really
him
fun time
soldier,
with the
and
remake.
now you will unmake
The
him.
pacing was
Yes.
way
Make
worse.
for a
Some of
touching
the
display.
storytelling was a little worse. But,
He's
like,
all yours.
it was really fun.
it.
I enjoyed it a lot. I'm excited for the Silent Hill
Ruin
1
him,
remake.
just as he did the Cobra.
Just because I enjoyed SH2. And again, even if it's not quite as good as SH1 was, if it's as close in quality as like SH2 was, I'm gonna be a happy boy. And if SH1 does well, the remake, if they could just do the whole trilogy, that would be fucking awesome, man. Like, if we could get 3 after that. I think 3 would probably benefit the most from a remake, weirdly.
What is it, Tanya?
Like, 3 in terms of its story content and setting and all that. Like, I feel like 3 would translate so well into a remake in the style of, like, SH2 remake. I honestly probably would have been more excited about an SH3 remake over 1. But 1 was probably the natural decision. And I'm still really excited for 1.
I know that smell.
There's a mod for SH2 that removes the fog and it looks so weird. Yeah, I saw people doing screenshots and stuff with it.
Hey, Ocelot.
Like, just to show off the style of the town and everything.
I have no interest in this woman.
It's pretty neat. I would never play the game with it.
I want to test her.
Because it like, kills the atmosphere, but
I'll let this
it's
be
pretty
the
neat.
judge.
Do as you like.
I think 3 would benefit from a remake. I think also 3 over the years has been very overshadowed by 1 and 2, despite being like, wow. I was gonna say about as good as the others, but SH2 is definitely higher up than the other 2 in the trilogy, but I would say 3 and 1 are about on par with each other. But 1 gets a lot more discussion just because it's the original.
There. Satisfied
And 3
now?
kind of gets left behind in a lot of discussion, because if it's not SH2 and it's not the original, there's not really anyone talking about it, like, ever.
Come, we're going to my room.
Look at the HD collection. We do not talk about the Silent Hill HD collection. We don't discuss that here. We act like it never happened. I have it on disc for the 360.
Torture, eh?
I have a copy of it. If I ever did Silent Hill, I would have to do a video about the HD collection.
Watching this is making
Because
me
holy
realize
fuck.
something.
I would not be able to help myself. I would have to do a
Really not
video
that
on it.
bad. It's the ultimate form of expression.
That is like textbook how to fuck up your HD re-release in every single way.
You got lucky
Like-
this time, Tatiana.
Every way. Probably make a Halo series. I would love to do Halo. But I don't know. I have to make a poll soon. I have to start polling soon for new stuff. Because for people who came in with like Resi and Yakuza, I always poll to gauge interest and then decide on a combination of like the poll results and what I would be most interested in doing.
Run.
And the only like leap of faith that I ever took with that, with the polling stuff, was Ace Combat. And I loved Ace Combat. I still love Ace Combat. But that was the one that I'm like, you know, I have never had any interest in flight games. Never played a single one in my life. But the people are interested in it. And because it's so fresh for me, like I've never even played anything in the genre at all, might be fun to give that fresh of a perspective on it. So I fucking took the leap of faith on it, and I loved it.
But I can't get too close.
I had a blast with it.
You'll have to figure a way out of there yourself.
Add DMC in the poll. DMC almost I almost did DMC like last year. It has been on those polls, and it has both times ended up placing really, really high, and I love DMC. I've mentioned this like once or twice before, but I haven't mentioned it many times, so most people probably haven't heard me say it. You want to know how overambitious I was on this round of review series? I was going to do Yakuza and Resident Evil. And then once I got to like the point in the Resi series that DMC would have released, like DMC 1, I was going to do DMC alongside them as well. That was the plan. But then I got deep enough into both of them and I was like, no, I genuinely just do not have the time. I can't. I've already spread myself so thin. I cannot fit that in. There's no way. But I was going to do a DMC series alongside these current two. I was going to do 3. But I was going to do DMC like in release order alongside Resi because they're so intertwined. At least the first one. There really wouldn't be much reason to do it after the first one, but it was going to be like a funny twist. As I was nearing RE4, I was going to do a DMC1 video, and then I was already like 10 videos deep in Resi and like 4 into Yakuza at that point, and I said, no, I can't. I can't. Pretty sure False would want you to do one series at a time. Yes, she would. False. I think if there's one thing that pisses her off the most about me, it probably is my work ethic. And yeah, that's the best way to put it. My work ethic. I was gonna say some other descriptor for it, but I think that's probably the thing that she despises the most at this point. I can't help myself. I really can't. I get big ideas and I just fucking go for it. For like 2 years straight, have been in a persistent state of having way too much on my plate because I bit off more than I can chew. Not even just with review series and streams and stuff, but like I have other YouTube channels that I manage. I think out of anything, that is probably the thing that drives her the most crazy. And not in a good way. Come on, Johnny. No, I don't want your fish. You eat it. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. You were probably meant for content creation, judging by your work ethic, passion, and ideas you have. Maybe. That's why I thought I would do well in game design.
Hey,
But-
you're not such a bad guy after all.
Then you go into AAA,
I
and there's
guess not all
not
of
really
that is
much
good.
room for that in AAA,
Yeah.
which is
You know,
probably why I did not work in it for long.
I used to
Just
live in
immediately was
America.
like, no, I can't do this.
I even
I
had
can't
a
stand
wife
this.
and a kid.
You must be pretty lonely.
Yeah.
At least
I
not,
am pretty lonely. Really.
because
lonely.
I worked in
What's your
AAA.
kid's name?
I left 3 years ago. So
Johnny.
Johnny. Nice
at
name.
that point, like early 2022,
Really? You like it?
especially in that
Well, if you say
state
so,
of the
I'll believe
AAA
you.
industry, there was not much room for like,
Actually, my name is Johnny.
you know,
too.
leaning into new ideas, taking risks. It was very,
All the firstborn sons of my
very
family are
like
called Johnny.
corporate, by the books, safe,
Dad's a Johnny.
do what has been
Son's
done
son
and
will
we
probably
already
be
know
Johnny,
works. It
Oh,
sucked
what
ass.
Johnny.
It sucked so much ass.
Why do we have a Cold War anyway? Our two countries used to be such good friends.
Yeah, I hear
I don't think
ya.
you want that kind of work. Well,
I just want to see my
when I
family
was in
again.
design, I was in what's it?
Must be rough.
I was a junior systems designer,
Not as rough
which
as you
was
have it,
like
though.
the desk job, like scripting. Actually, a lot of my job was spreadsheets with that.
I
um,
filched them from your equipment.
Systems
when the colonel
design,
wasn't looking.
like being laid out in a spreadsheet so that you can send that to the programmers.
It's
That's the way.
The least I can do.
It's not the way everyone does it, but in my opinion, like that is the way to do it. Because spreadsheet, like not only do you have it so organized and like just charts and charts of data, but you can also inspect every bit of that data and see like the
I
math
can't do
formula
math.
that goes into it, which then obviously you use that math
Hey,
formula
Don't you go getting any
to
funny
do
ideas.
the actual scripting for it.
If you try to escape,
Spreadsheets
I'll
are the
have to
way in
shoot
my
you.
opinion, but
I've said too much.
I also
I
was
gotta
in
go.
a junior producer role, which is not as fun as it sounds. Everyone hears producer and they're like, "Oh, that's so sweet," and it's really not, because what it actually means in dev is managing like the time table, I guess is the best way to put it. Like making sure that the project is on track to hit its milestones every sprint, and going around and making sure that all the different members of the team
Time to eat.
are doing what they're supposed to be doing and are being given the resources that they need to achieve the milestones within the time frame that we have. It's really that was the more active role for sure. And that is not fun. Cuz even it sounds kind of fun when you describe it like that, like a little bit, but it's not. It's so not, especially when you have to go around to people and be like, "Hey, like this new thing that you're trying, like this idea that you're playing with and trying to develop out a bit to see if we might want to run with it. It's cool. Love the passion, but I need you to not do this. I need you to just cut this. Like just drop it." There were a lot of those discussions, and those discussions are so not fun. Like you see the light leave people's eyes when you have those discussions. It is so like weirdly heartbreaking. I hated that. I hated that so much. That shit sucked. But Drac Gunula, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it.
Chow time.
When are you gonna junior developer crusher of dreams? Yeah. Cause the what's it?
Thanks.
The main producer didn't want to go around and have those discussions because they're awful. I got sent around to do it. And yeah, not fun. Who do you report to as a producer? There was another producer above me who I would like directly report to, but then like above us, there's like project manager, creative lead, director, and then corporate. Like all of corporate, basically. Even like it doesn't really matter what your role is on the development side. If you are on the development side, then like literally anyone at corporate has say over you on these things. Again, in AAA. If you're not in AAA, it's very different environment, but yeah, not super fun.
Hey, eat up. Huh? Well, it's your loss.
Johnny, I need you to hurry up with this thing. I wanted to do it, but was to handle finances. That's part of it, but that I wasn't directly on it. But generally, that would also be part of it. It's not just the time and schedule and management on that side. It's also finances and stuff, like budget allocation. Yeah, that is part of it, but I was never hands-on with any of that stuff. Oh. He's got a little cold going. This was not worth it. I forget how long it takes to do this. I guess I won't be able to do it on the Foxhound run. Like, if I'm gonna do it,
Got some goodies for you.
this is the time to do it. To be fair.
Huh? Wow, thanks, man. It's rotten. I can't eat this. Oh,
You already did.
my stomach. Oh, I can't hold it anymore. Hold on.
What? Sorry, new controller. I haven't played MGS3 on the DualShock 4 yet. Oh, yeah. For a second I was like, why am I dialing it in? Shortcuts exist, but not for this. Oops. Got a real fast digestive tract. Hey, Kojima magic, don't question it.
Still going. Wow. I didn't think that was possible. That's a record. Ugh, will this even flush?
You gotta love Kojima poo-poo humor. He definitely loves it. No doubt he loves it.
Who's that? What's going on?
I forget there's a new guard there. I can maybe pull this off. No. Ah, he saw. I was like, wait, it's going to work. It's okay, I got it. I got it, Chad, don't worry. It's okay. Oh my god, I'm on the bed! Not being able to throw them makes this a nightmare. They usually hire writers from the film industry, is that true? Yeah, normally you don't go into the games industry directly if your goal is to write. That typically, film industry is common just because of like cutscenes and stuff. They're just obviously so similar in terms of writing like a script, but a lot of them will be like book authors, just creative writers of some sort. They won't typically come from the games industry. Every once in a while they do, but it's not super common.
What's wrong? HQ, please respond.
This is HQ.
This only reminds me of my failed stealth attempts in MGS5. I forgot they put a new guard around that corner on higher difficulties. That screwed me like immediately.
Damn it. What's wrong?
Damn it.
I got so used to running on normal over and over again, doing all the other achievements. It was a good idea to bump it back up before Foxhound, though. It was a very good idea to bump it up before Foxhound, so that I'm reminded of all these enemy placements. And then the, like, what, 4 playthroughs of Delta that I did when that came out, also on normal. My brain is ruined. My MGS3 brain. I'm just gonna wait for this to die down. And then I'm sneaking out of here with my fork. Oh my god. I meant to just like ready it. I forgot it would actually. Oh boy. I read an article that said next gen PlayStation would be around 700 and Xbox around 1200. What the fuck? If they sell a $1,200 Xbox, no one's buying it. Like, even the PS5 Pro, when that came out at 700, the vast majority of people said, fuck no, I'm not buying a console for $700. I might as well go PC at that point. Even though PC is more expensive than 700, people were just like, bro, the whole point of console is for it to be cheap. What do you mean $700? Right? I feel like anything above 500-600, you're going to start getting that pushback, and obviously the higher the number is, the more of it you're going to get. How much did the PS5 Pro sell? Do we have any solid figures on that? Because for the longest time, all that we had was like, well, it sold most of our stock, but then we knew that the amount of stock they actually produced for the launch of the system was really low. Probably so that they would be able to be like, yeah, we sold out all of the stock we made. It's crazy. Do we know how many units they sold of the PS5 Pro? What? Oh, the PlayStation 5. Hold on. I saw one immediately that was like, the PlayStation 5 has sold an estimated 26 million in the US alone. But that's the PS5, not the Pro. Okay. Okay. My health bar increased. Last I heard, it didn't sell that well. Well, yeah. I would have figured that much. Apparently, we don't know exactly, but the estimate from some data that is out there, according to this article from VG Charts at least, it's estimated that the PS5 Pro sold about 1.3 million units, which is not bad, but obviously compare that to the global sales data of the PS5, the base PS5, which sold 80 million. And yeah, that's a pretty stark difference between them. Also came out really late. I mean, it really didn't, though. Like, it came out relative to the launch of the base PS5 at the same time that the PS4 Pro did in that system's lifespan. So it didn't even come out that late. to be honest. 69% done with the missions in Crisis Core. I can't believe you're playing that. There we go. I remembered this time. Like a boss. A big boss. Blame the anime woman? I normally do. It's easiest to just blame the anime woman, typically. Is that guard, like, totally static? Does he just sit there? Seems like it. So I actually want to, like, go back a little bit.
Something there.
No. You are seeing things. Man, this is like a thread the needle moment right here. I need him to turn around, but then I need that guard to not be over here at the same time. Ah, here we go. Awkward backwards crawl. Shit, dude. No one. That was no one. Oh, fuck. That's even worse. Weirdo of the group? Is that false? No, that's just a member on YouTube. Their channel name is the Weirdo of the Group. In all caps. You can't pass up the double plus premium Xbox 360 plus Ultra starting at a low price of $1,200 premium dollars. It's true, it is a hard bargain to pass up. For sure. No. Nobody. That's the new guard placement. That one's a bit of a problem. Disrupts my strategy. I want to play something new, but I don't know what to play. Armored Core. I had to think. I'm like, what game do I shill for today that Hasriel hasn't played? It's all been like Yakuza and Resi shilling lately, but Hasriel's played them. Nuh-uh, uh-huh. You'll love it if you play it. I saw that coming from a mile away. But at that point, like, what do I do? I'm in the worst position. Oh, don't mind me. Awkward backward crawl. I even try to turn myself around, and I just go right back to awkwardly going backwards. Just doesn't do anything for me. Look. It's one of those, you trust the process. And if you trust the process, did it just crash? No. Okay, that was odd.
Snake.
That has scared me into a save. Because, what? I've never seen the game do that.
Good.
Just absurdly long transition screen on the PC version. Now you just Armored Core, everyone looks at it and they're like, mech game. I don't like mechs. But you don't understand. It's not a mech game. It is a mech game, but it's not about the mechs. It's about building your own like custom build down to every last bit of it. You build it, you paint it by hand. Like all the little individual sections of the parts you paint by hand. You craft this entire character basically. And then it pretty much is just like a third-person shooter RPG that's really difficult because of course it is. It's FromSoft. And I can play as you. Yeah, if you play Armored Core 6, I actually am I am C4621, the main character. It's true, the Google AI said so. That is actually me in the game. Very few people know this. But again, true. Google AI, look it up. That was so funny when I was talking about how shit the Google AI was. Started looking myself up. I think it was DS that Googled just like, who is Chol? And because of my association with the franchise, it spat out that I'm the main character of Armored Core 6. I did not mean to hit that. I fat fingered my touchpad while just readjusting. That was gold.
I've been waiting for this. Nobody interfere.
MGS3 Ocelot always looked fucky. Delta making me pay so much attention to his face really made me realize that he always looked weird. Loonies, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it.
Snake!
Basically Detective Wolverine. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, if you're into like Telltale stuff, that is probably their best game. But people know how I feel about those games by now. Yeah. Not a Telltale fan. Not my kind of game. Play Fallout 1. He's played Fallout 1. Have you played PoE 1? Has? I know you played 2, but have you played 1? because PoE 1 is getting an expansion at the end of the month. I think it's on the 31st or 30th or something like that. In a few days.
Are you one of the Cobras?
And in my opinion, PoE 1 is still holding its status as the best ARPG on the market. I think PoE 2 will eventually pass it because the core game that they have is so good, but like the content isn't there to fill it out yet.
And you are one of them.
But if you've never played too much PoE 1, it's just about to get a new league. So that might be worth keeping in mind. Because like PoE 1 is, or sorry, PoE 2 has the best like core gameplay of any ARPG I've ever played right now. But the campaign is pretty short in its current state because it's just not done. Early access. Half of the classes aren't even in the game. Early access. And the end game needs some filling out. But PoE 1 basically is like a lot of the same things that make PoE 2 so fun obviously started there. And it's had like 12 years of live service support and just they keep adding more to it. So PoE 1 is genuinely like the most content-rich ARPG out there. There's just so much in that game. It's incredible. That's not even mentioning like the build variety in PoE 1. Oh my god. Oh my god. Moment of truth, am I still totally non-lethal or have I killed someone? Let's find out. Have you checked out Dispatch? No, I have not. Son of a bitch. A vulture killed someone. I think if they show up here, it counts, right? It's okay. Foxhound Run will get me that achievement anyway. Didn't it have an offline mode? No. No, not like Last Epoch does. That's kind of just Last Epoch's thing. The offline mode. Well, now that all modern ARPGs have gone to the online model, it's kind of just Last Epoch currently that has that. Have to stick with the choices. Yeah, I used to do that whenever I was bored and didn't know what to play. I had something similar where I would just randomize my whole library, see what popped up. But no, if you haven't played old Diablo, like Diablo 1 and 2 are very worth it. Well, Diablo 2 is still pretty rich. Diablo 1 is not as like deep or fully fleshed out as really any ARPG that came after it. But it's really cool to see just the game that first brought all those ideas to the table, and they honestly did a pretty fucking good job with it the first time around. Like, it's impressive to look back on and be like, man, so much of it they just had right from the very first attempt. They just nailed, like, the itemization is really good. The progression is really good. The atmosphere in Diablo 1 is insane. Like, not even Diablo 2 matches that. The atmosphere in Diablo 1 is off the charts.
Boss,
So I would say that's worth a go.
you have to shoot me.
I can't.
At least at some point.
Shoot me.
I feel like that's one of those games that I always recommend to people just because it's so cool to look back on it.
You'll have to shoot me.
Don't play Hellfire, though.
The warrior will always
Play it without Hellfire, trust me. you don't want to play it with Hellfire. At least not on your first go. If you're curious after your first playthrough and you enjoy it enough, go back for it, sure. But skip Hellfire. The expansion for it, it wasn't even made by the same developers who made Diablo 1. The team that made Diablo 1 went straight to working on Diablo 2. And Blizzard, like corporate, outsourced it to another studio. I don't remember who it was, but another studio made Hellfire, and you can tell. It feels so out of place and so jarring compared to the rest of the game. It really does take away from it if you play with Hellfire on your first playthrough. Is it on GOG? Yeah, you can get Diablo 1 on GOG for like 10 bucks, full price, with the expansion, but again, don't really. And then there's a modded client for Diablo 1 called Devolution X, like evolution, but devil, because Diablo. And that is definitely the way to play Diablo 1 right now. Because there are other like source ports or modded clients and stuff out there for Diablo 1 other than Devolution. Like I know of one called Beelzebub, but what Beelzebub does is a lot more transformative, where like it really changes the experience of playing the game. Whereas Devolution is much more concerned with just making Diablo 1 easier to run on modern systems and play. Especially when it comes to the multiplayer, it is so much easier to play multiplayer if you're trying to like play co-op with a friend or something on Devolution than any other version.
He had ESP, which was the subject of extensive research in the Soviet Union at the time. He was especially gifted as a medium.
A medium?
Someone who can communicate with the spirit.
The only gameplay thing that Devolution adds is a stash. The original Diablo never had a stash that you could like put your items or gold in or whatever. Devolution does add one in town.
I don't know the details.
But that is literally the only gameplay change in Devolution. Other than that, it is just vanilla Diablo 1.
Thought you guys already knew though.
Knew what?
So I would recommend it.
He's been dead for 2 years now.
For sure.
Died 2 years ago?
At Selino-Yarsk. You know, those cliffs you were at.
False and I used Devolution to play multiplayer on it.
Boss.
Yep. 2 years ago, the boss was sent by the CIA on a secret mission to Selino-Yarsk. That's when she met the Sorrow, who'd gone back to the Soviet
Co-op Diablo
Union
1
after
is
the Cobras
pretty
broke up at
pretty
the end of
neat,
the war.
pretty enjoyable.
Except this time they were enemies.
Until your co-op partner is playing Sorcerer and you get later into the game and they start getting like all these screen clearing spells that are awesome
He was never there
and make Sorcerer the best class in the late game in Diablo 1.
You okay, Snake?
Yeah, I'm fine.
But there's friendly fire in Diablo 1 on multiplayer. Like you, if you hit an ally with a spell, it damages them. So you know, you're playing warrior, your friend is playing sorcerer. You go in, you start beating the shit out of the demons with your sword or whatever.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like a fucking wave of lightning
talking about?
just slams you, nearly one-shots you.
Back.
Good.
And you're yelling at your friend like, hey, I'm in here.
River.
From all the way up there? You're out of control.
It's a good time though.
Yeah. I got carried away by the current and almost drowned.
Great. That's perfect.
Isn't Diablo 2 considered the best one and didn't it have a remake? Diablo 2 is definitely the best one. Widely considered it, and I would agree.
Where is it?
And it did have a remake, yeah.
Keep going upstream
A
until you
remake
get to
that's
the
pretty
water.
faithful.
Waterfall.
Aside from,
Behind that waterfall?
like bug fixes and rebalancing,
The cave
very
behind the
faithful.
waterfall upstream.
the one thing
Got
with
it.
Diablo 2, what's it called? Diablo 2 I don't know. The remake. I don't remember the name exactly. The only thing with that is the classic graphics mode, Resurrected. Thank you. I knew it was something like that. The only thing with D2 Resurrected is they have a button to toggle like original graphics and the new graphics, which is awesome. Love when remasters and stuff have that. But they intentionally downgraded the graphics compared to the original in the classic mode. to make the remaster look like a more substantial jump than it was, which was not necessary, like, at all. The remaster was still a huge leap visually, but for some reason, the classic graphics mode in D2 Resurrected looks substantially worse than actually playing the original Diablo 2. No? Yes. There are videos out there of people doing side-by-sides of it, and it's actually kind of wild. It's just using the software rendering. No, it's been fucked. It's been pretty fucked. Like, even they just made the entire image darker for some reason in the classic graphics, like to the point where it's really hard to see. And that one is also just a head scratcher. Like, why? It's really odd. But if you just play in the remastered visuals, then D2 Resurrected is great. If you just want like a smoother, modernized Diablo 2, that's pretty much what it is. It has the expansion content in there, just as part of the base package as well. Resurrected. So that's obviously nice. And the classic graphics also runs at a way lower frame rate. Didn't just have different light radiuses? Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure. This was a known thing back when it came out, because the people who wanted to play Resurrected in classic graphics were pissed off. Very reasonably so, I would say. This is a tricky spot. I almost never get caught during the escape. So I'm not used to doing this. Oh, god damn it.
Who's that?
Shit. He's dead. Instead of lamered Core 6. I mean, you know me. My recommendation for anything is release order. So I would always encourage Gen 1 Armored Core. Gen 1 Armored Core has so much personality, too. Such neat games, man. It was the water that killed him. It's okay, I already killed someone, so it's fine. A vulture already ate someone, and that's gonna count against me, so the non-lethal is dead anyway.
Nice to meet you, Snake. I'm Tatiana. Here's your equipment.
But yeah, with the D2 Classic thing, it's not a light radius matter. It's genuinely just the exposure being low for some reason. It makes me glad that I do own original Diablo 2 on PC already. Because you can still buy original D2 on PC, like officially and everything. But they made it, like, after Resurrected came out, they also made it so that you had to, like, jump through some extra hoops to even allow you to purchase it through Battle.net, because you can still purchase it through Battle.net, but you have to do this bullshit where you, like, make it so that your launcher and your account can both actually access what they call, like, classic Battle.net games.
Not for dinner.
And then if you want to play online with classic D2,
Didn't you have to eat the
post Resurrected coming out,
In my training,
because they took it off of the new Battle.net,
Italian.
you have to go to Classic Battle.net, which is a whole other launcher you have to
Least you
download.
could do is call me Cynthia.
They kind of made it a bitch to play Classic D2, but I'm glad that I already had all that beforehand.
I can't
Aside,
speak
I had to
for you,
download the launcher.
but it's my job.
I did have to download Classic BNet,
Can't
but
even eat a snake during a mission, huh?
thank God I already had the game purchased.
I wouldn't mind eating you.
Because it's so weird the way that they did it. And it's not just Diablo 2. There are a lot of older Blizzard games that you can still purchase on Battle.net, but if you just open up Battle.net like as it normally comes configured and try to search for them,
What do you want?
you'll get 0 results, and it will look like they don't sell the game anymore.
Sushi.
It's Japanese.
But they do.
Here it's
You just
all
have to, like,
supposedly
go to the website and into the launcher settings and change a couple things on your account and the launcher to be able to see them. It's so weird. I don't know. Modern Blizzard bullshit.
Snake.
Yeah, at least it is still playable.
Thank you, Snake.
And I haven't played it in a long time. I'm sure there's probably like a
From now on.
modded client or something that makes multiplayer smoother and allows you to not have to use Classic BNet. You don't need a totally separate launcher. You do. You need to run through the Classic BNet for online. Unless they changed it again. But I was trying to play it co-op with a friend like a few years ago. And we had to download like the old Battle.net client, which you can still get off of, I think it was just their website.
Don't worry about
But
it.
at least at that time, that was the only way to play online on it. 100%
It's not like I
don't.
can't see. I've got one good eye and can still
Well.
fire a gun.
Really? Good.
It's all built into B2. It wasn't then.
Snake.
Did they add
Come
support for the older games?
There's something in here.
Oh, I didn't remove the tracker. But at least we got this now.
When did it get like that?
Hold still. Let me do it.
You know, I've been trained to do this kind of thing myself.
Just relax and let me handle it.
Okay.
I can't believe how small it is.
Yeah, but it gets the job done.
Really? Here, lift up your hips.
Like this?
Yeah. How's that?
You're pretty good at that.
Yeah, everybody tells me that. Hold steady, I'm not done yet. There, a transmitter.
It wasn't getting caught, it was the transmitter.
how they do it
I was
in
probably yapping too hard and
Sometimes.
forgot to
Would you
remove
rather
it.
I did it American style?
Whoops.
But how'd you know there was a transmitter lodged there? That's some female intuition you've got. Eva, didn't you steal some explosives out of the fortress?
C3, a highly potent explosive from the west.
Yeah, I kind of knew that if I tried to search it immediately,
With
I
just
was
this
gonna
much,
get,
you could blow up the Shagohod and the
like,
lab
all
bomb.
D2 resurrected stuff.
Right.
Yeah. but There's
Oh,
a trick to using it.
Tell me about it.
there's a mod for D2R offline mode, which is
Well, what do you think?
the exact opposite of what I searched for, but that came up.
The Shagohod's booster unit uses liquid fuel. The fuel tanks are in the main wing of the weapons lab in the hangar housing the Shagohod itself.
So I should blow up the tanks.
That's the basic idea. It should be enough to blow up the entire hangar. There are 4 fuel tanks. In order to destroy the
I didn't know Battle.net had a
to set
mobile app. They
explosives on
do?
each of those tanks.
All 4 of them?
It should be no sweat for you. Besides, the scientists had the day off today.
So the hangar's completely deserted.
Not quite. They've still got guards posted there.
So what do I do after I set the C3?
The bombs run off a timer. Once the timer has been set, the countdown will begin. When the timer reaches 0, the bombs will all
I'm
go
in a
off
game
at
of Classic
once.
D2 and Battle.net without any extra launcher.
minutes.
They must have
Once the
added
phase
support
two
for their
trials are
classic
finished,
games
crews
then, because you
have
used to have to
kill all the
download the
scientists to
old
prevent them from
Battle.net
talking. So you've got to act fast.
and then launch the game through that, because if you launched it through the new Battle.net, like even after getting the game loaded through it,
Sokolov.
it would only have offline
That's the
available.
mission I was given.
Like, you'd go to play multiplayer and it wouldn't be able to find the server unless you launched it through the old client. It was so fucked.
But I haven't forgotten my other mission either.
But if they did add support for it, thank God, because that will make it so much easier if False and I try to play Classic D2,
Follow this
which
cave
I
and
would
go
like
up
to,
the
because
ladder
some of the
at the end.
bugs can be used to
You'll
your
come out inside
advantage.
Brass
Some
Beam
of, there
just
are some cool
southwest of
things
the
that you can
weapons
do,
lab.
if you know. Oh, just
Do you
launch through the
remember when you went to
EXE.
rescue Sokolov?
Oh.
Remember there was a locked door when you entered the main wing.
I wonder
on the
if that-
second floor of the east wing?
Yeah.
Do you have
That's the
your
entrance to the
BNet
Shagohod's
like
hangar.
configured for the classic games? Like, do you have
Use
your
this key to
D2
open
through
that door.
BNet?
The door right when I entered the main wing? Got
Because
it.
I'd be curious if it is
What about
literally just something
things
with
ready
new
for our
BNet
escape.
that fucks it.
There's a rail bridge to the north. I'm gonna set a bomb.
How the
there,
fuck
so
were you
I'm
launching
taking
it
half
before?
of the
Through
C3
Battle.net.
with me.
Right.
Like, if you
I'll
set
set
it
off the
to
weapons
display
lab.
your
Try
classic
not to
games,
be
they'll
in the
be
loop
on
when
there.
it happens.
Gotcha.
I don't even have
And
Battle.net
watch out for
downloaded. Oh.
Ocelot. He suspects you're not who you say you are.
Don't worry. The
Well, that
Colonel
would
still
do it.
trusts me. And I have my ways. There's not a man alive who can resist my charms. Besides you, of course.
I'm just warning you.
Also,
Eva,
if we get
that's
there
all.
is crazy. I told
know.
you.
Okay, let's go.
Once we get through Gears, we're blasting it. Probably.
You seem like you were born on one of those.
I'm using the install
If I
folder
didn't
from
ride
my
every
other
day, I
hard
couldn't do
drive.
anything.
Yeah, see, I just have it loaded through
When I'm
BNet
riding, the wind hits me so
because you can
hard.
set it to display their older games that they,
That pain
for
keeps
some
me
reason,
running up the
don't
path
just
of
have
the
visible
mountains.
through the launcher by default. You have to go and like
Always
set
fool
things.
myself like this.
I thought we had another plan after Gears. Oh,
It's
you're
only when
right.
I'm on the bike.
Both
I'm
is
free to
good.
be the real me.
Both is good.
I only get off my bike when I fall in love or fall dead.
What's your name?
You know, having different options for different days,
What's wrong with Tanya?
different moods.
Okay,
It's a
Tanya.
good idea.
Don't let anyone see you.
You know? It
Oh,
is.
this? It's a button camera.
What did you do that for?
Insurance. To make sure you don't double cross me.
Hey,
What?
you're gonna get wet again.
Okay. You basically need a mod to play it. You can play classic, but you're stuck at 800 by 600. You don't get cutscenes at all. Yeah, I'll find a mod to fix whatever. God knows they're out there. Because rule of thumb for any popular game ever, there's at least someone who is willing to put in the effort to preserve the old, outdated shit that the publishers have left behind. Oh wait, you don't even do this. You just trank it. Oh, my backpack is mega fucked. Mods aren't allowed on BNet, so... Well, we'll probably find something that allows just its own multiplayer, too, I would bet. That's what we did for D1. Devolution just runs its own multiplayer, which is way easier than trying to actually host on BNet nowadays. Like, infinitely easier. You can just run a straight peer-to-peer connection through Devolution with like no effort at all. You just click the button and then there's like a game code that you tell your friend to type in and boom, that's it. It's so much easier than actually doing BNet. So that's what we've been doing. My Mosin. I was like, what else am I trying to equip? What else do I need on quick select? It's my Mosin. Why'd that get held? Couldn't tell you. I don't even see it. Okay. There's that. There's the face paint. Whoa. There is. I know about them. Okay. Good. You could just do TCP IP with Radman. We could, but like Radman always adds in so much desync and stuff because like it works, but obviously since you're pinging off of a VPN for it, it just adds so much extra latency. So like when that's the only option, it's fine. But I'd way rather just have something, like I'd way rather mod it to just run something through it. Diablo 1 is purchasable from Battle.net mobile app. Oh. False and I have it on GOG. Because, like, well, to be fair, where you buy it from doesn't really matter if you're going to play it on a modded client anyway. Port forward your router and do a connection. Yeah, we did that, or I did that rather, but it was not working. I don't remember what exactly was happening with it because this was so long ago. But I did port forward it and we were running into some issue where it wasn't working. So I ended up just being like, you know what? Devolution. It includes the expansion. So does the GOG one. Actually, I said it didn't matter. That's not true. I would still recommend the GOG one over it. You know why? Because GOG is based as fuck and just gives you the game without DRM. That is just immediately like the default. If you're going to play it through something that's not BNet anyway, like if you're not just going to play the game vanilla as it comes and you're choosing who to buy it from, GOG is the way for that alone. No DRM as a like store-wide policy is so based. I love GOG. In the cases that it makes sense to use GOG over like Steam or whatever, I love GOG. Because a lot of the time it still is like, okay, just Steam. But for cases like that, yeah, you actually do own it. You don't just own a license that can be revoked. Like, they just give you the game straight up. You pay for it, they give it to you. They're so based for that one. Okay. Now there's nothing until the East Wing, where we get the new camos. And then there's the Keraton in the main wing. Main wing hangar. I love GOG. Is made by CD Projekt Red? I believe so, isn't it? I think it is. I'm pretty sure it is. Or I don't remember the exact specifics of this. But I do vaguely... I think that's right. I vaguely recall this, like learning this years ago. But I think they do own and operate GOG. I think that is right. No. You're seeing things. Oh, that is Mark 22 ammo. I was like, is any of this even worth grabbing? Yes. All right, we do a little disguising. It's part of CD Projekt Group. Okay, I thought so. Man, I feel like no one mentions that anymore. I remember hearing about that years ago. But I haven't even heard like a single mention of it in so long that kind of threw me for a loop. I was like, it is, isn't it? Right? I wasn't even certain of it. Holy camera moment. What the fuck was that? Okay, there, and then this one? Yes. Beautiful. I am now maintenance Snake. And I would love some SIG spray. I watched a whole documentary on them and it's pretty interesting, really.
Snake, I see you've managed to sneak into the hangar.
Yeah, the Shagahod.
You could say I've snaked in.
The completed Phase 2
Sorry.
Shagahod represents a grave threat to the West. We can't allow it to be mass-produced. You've got to destroy it.
Eva's got the data on the Shagahod. Do you think that's safe?
Well, I wouldn't exactly say it's safe, but Khrushchev is a shrewd leader. I can't imagine he'd use it for anything other than deterrence. Volgin, however, is a different story. He's planning to use the Shagahod to turn the Cold War into
I love a good
blazing hot
ARPG,
one.
man.
We
Like
can't
even
let
right
that happen.
now,
Agreed.
I really am trying to play a lot of Battlefield before COD comes out, and I inevitably end up playing way more COD than Battlefield for the next year.
Yes, sir.
I'll let Sigint fill you in.
But that
on how to
PoE
destroy
1 expansion is hard to
Yo,
ignore, man.
Like Eva was saying.
It
if you're
is
looking to
so
blow the
hard to
whole
just be
place
like,
sky
oh, new
high,
PoE
the best way
content?
is
No,
to
I'm
take
gonna
out those
skip it this
liquid fuel
time.
tanks with the C3.
Goes against everything I stand for.
You know there's 4 tanks in there, right? You have to put C3 on all 4 of them. To plan a C3 charge, all you gotta do is
They're pretty
equip the
chill with
C3
GOG,
and press the
unlike
weapon
Epic
button
and
while
its
standing in
store.
front of a
True.
tank.
Just like TNT.
But make sure you don't plant it in the wrong place. You barely got enough C3 as it is, right?
Good point. I'll make sure not to plant it anywhere else.
Good, man. And be careful. Liquid fuel has a nasty habit of going off at the slightest shock. So don't go using any heavy firepower near the tanks unless you're aiming to get yourself barbecued.
I'll keep that
Some
in mind.
publisher hired them to make
The
an
C3
original game, but then they
charges
were
all
like,
have to
never
go off
mind,
at
don't
once
make
if
that
you wanna
game.
bring down the hangar in one fell swoop.
I love that no one
So
talks
if I were
about
you, I'd wait until after
how
you plant the
shit
last charge to start
The
the
Witcher
timer.
1 is,
All
and
right.
2. 2's
I'll
not
make sure
good
I
either.
finish planting all
I wouldn't
4
say
charges
2 is
before I start
shit,
the timer.
Once the timer's set,
but it's not
you've got
good.
20 minutes until it explodes, right?
They
So make
weren't
sure
good
you get
until The
your
Witcher
ass out of that
3,
place
is
by
what
then.
I'm getting at. And
That's
everyone
about
just
all I
talks about
got.
The Witcher 3
The rest is up to you.
and never really talks about the other 2.
Counting on you, Snake.
But especially, I like The Witcher 1 a lot. I've 100%ed The Witcher 1. That game sucks. Like, it is the jankiest, messiest RPG from its time. And that's saying a lot, because Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines came out like 2 years before it. Or 3 years? 2 or 3, I don't remember. Around the same time. Relatively. But like The Witcher 1 came out the same year as like Mass Effect 1. And Mass Effect 1 is kind of jank, but the difference between them is still just so night and day. I do still really like The Witcher 1 for some reason. It has a charm to it. And thank God the writing is good, because if it wasn't, that game would have just been doomed. Nothing to see. I am but a worker. Fuck. Oh, he doesn't care. It's still really funny to me that that the workers are the ones that bust you, or the scientists are the one that busts you, not the actual soldiers. It's like, I've never seen this guy in my life. I've never worked with this guy. Whereas the soldiers just don't notice anything, apparently. The actual guards are just oblivious to who actually works in that facility. I go back to Witcher 1 a lot. It does have a very unique charm. The combat is so ass in The Witcher 1, like so genuinely awful. Again, I still really like that game, but holy fuck is the combat so shit in that game. Even in the 60s, they don't have badges. Hey, we don't talk about that. People say the same thing about Morrowind, and I love Morrowind. Morrowind's combat is also bad, to be totally honest. Like, I love it. I love how it plays like a tabletop RPG. The thing with The Witcher 1's combat is that it plays like a rhythm game. Which almost sounds like a... what's it? Like a dismissive joke about the game's combat, but it's not. It actually just plays like a rhythm game. Like, wholeheartedly it does. Because they were, I guess, trying to go for like the sort of rhythm and flow of the Witcher style of sword fighting, like the very dance-like form that they use. But like in that game where all you're doing is just clicking on the enemy at the right time, it really did not translate well. It came off really awkward and weird in that game. Because literally all you do is like select the right kind of sword for the enemy, and then just after you click on them, you wait until it's the right time to get full damage out of your follow-up, and then you click again, and then you wait. It's so strange. Has a weird charm to it, but just weird. Like, I get what they were going for, and I'm still just like, I don't know if this was the way to do it. That top guard woke up. So the soldier is about to wake up. So if I don't do this pretty quick, we're kind of fucked. But I got the Keraton. I remembered. Looks like he doesn't know how to use a sword at all. It's so weird. I think, again, they were trying to go for that total, like, dance-like sort of thing. But it just looks so off in that game because just everything about that game is so janky. What is this hot sauce? Diablo 2. LOD. Glide D-Draw to OpenGL wrapper.
Gotcha this time.
Translates the glide slash D-draw calls to OpenGL calls. Makes it easier to run on modern hardware. Switch between full screen and windowed. Resolves certain window and cursor issues.
Major, I finished planting
Yeah,
C3.
I'm saving this.
I'm on my way out now.
This is what I want.
Hurry, Snake.
Does it have
Zebra
multiplayer?
taking
Hold
care of
on.
The escape route?
Yeah,
Are you sure?
she can handle it.
Or is it just to
Well, hurry
make
up
it
and get
easier
out
to
of there.
run, basically?
Snake!
Easier to run. Okay. Good start. I'll still save that. Whoa. I accidentally hit my translate button.
Why'd you come back?
If you could erase your memory of one game and re-experience it, what game would you be? You can't say RDR2 because it's most people's go-to answer. Fuck. I can't say Red Dead Redemption 2. I probably wasn't going to say it, but like as soon as you mentioned it, I'm like, yeah, that would be an awesome choice. I would love to erase that one and replay it. Cry like a fucking baby again. As a grown-ass man. Oh, man. I don't know. I only get one? I feel like Halo is such a good pick.
This woman was found snooping around my underground vault.
No, it wouldn't be Witcher 3. I'm not actually that big on Witcher 3. I think it's okay. I think it was very overhyped when it came out. And I know that's becoming a more common opinion now that it's aged by like 10 years. But even when it came out, I was like, yeah, this is good, but like, this is not the best RPG I've ever played.
You might say that this film
Mass Effect 2 is right there. KOTOR is right there. God, Mass Effect 2 might be a good pick, actually.
Smell that gave her away.
Speaking of just like an absolute magical experience your first time.
It was gasoline. Motorcycle gasoline.
Mass Effect 2 would be a good pick.
To think that lovely Tatiana was a spy. We found this radio along with her too.
I liked The Witcher 3. I liked it. I just didn't love it, is what I'm saying. Like, everyone when it came out was like, this is the greatest RPG of all time, and I just was not there. You know, I really wasn't.
It almost pains me to have to kill her.
Morrowind would be a pick for me, definitely.
Yes, she was an obedient one. She was my
Really any of like the classic Resident Evils. Just rerunning those with no knowledge whatsoever would be great. I wish I could. I know them too well.
What was that? Do you have something to say to me?
Go to hell.
You dirty whore. I've had enough kisses from you.
I probably would choose Halo if I chose anything. Like, if I could only choose one, I think it would be Halo. Best bet is still probably TCIP. Okay. If you don't want to risk a ban.
KGB to send something so beautiful yet so deadly.
What is the philosopher's
I
legacy?
unlearned all the gameplay mechanics and had to learn them now as an adult. I promise you I would not have been as patient with the game now.
During
Maybe
the
not.
last Great War, the most powerful men in America, China,
Lock it in.
and
Yeah,
the
it probably
Soviet
is
Union
Halo.
had a secret pact.
Which it also might be part of why I'm
Was a
excited for the
blueprint
remake.
defeating the Axis powers and creating a
Now
new
that I think
world
about it.
order.
That also
To
could be
secure
part of
victory
it.
in the war, the three countries pooled their resources.
Like being able to play Halo
Conduct the most
CE again,
covert
but
types
have
of
it be like
operations
totally new
and
and a lot of
research.
stuff that I haven't played before is gonna be
The
awesome.
atomic bomb, rocket technology, the Cobra unit. And they amassed an enormous sum
People are
of
worried
money
about
to
performance
fund
because
these projects.
UE5, which is kind
Enough
of
to fight
reasonable,
the
but like
war 5 times over.
343 has never had
At Wells,
optimization
the
problems
philosopher's
outside of the memory leak that was in Halo Infinite's
After the war
campaign.
was
That
won,
one was bad.
The three countries were to divide
But
the
other than that,
philosopher's
343 has
legacy
never
amongst
had
themselves.
performance issues in their
This
games.
explains why the
So
United
I'm not-
States and the
I'm
Soviet
not worried
Union were
yet.
able to steal away the best scientific minds in
There was
Germany
like some
as soon
micro
as the
stutter
war
in the gameplay demo and everything, but
our
considering
great
that was on
motherland has far
console
surpassed its pathetic
and
rivals.
optimization still has like a year of work
We
left to
possess
go,
enormous wealth, the most
it
advanced
looked pretty
technology,
solid to me at least.
overwhelming power, assets
Any
fitting of
MGS
our great
game?
country.
MGS2, if I was picking any MGS game
My
to like
father was one of the men in
re-experience
charge of managing
for the
the
first
philosopher's
time,
legacy.
no knowledge whatsoever, I would
In the
pick
confusion
2.
that ensued after the war ended, he devised a series of
MGS2
ingenious
on the
plots
first
to ensure
playthrough
that
is like
Soviet
the
Union would have
most
total control over the legacy.
surreal, like batshit
divided up,
insane game
laundered
when
through
you have
banks
no
all over the
context
world.
for it. It's just a total
Switzerland,
mind fuck. The first time through
Australia,
MGS2 is
Hong Kong.
insanity. Absolutely
Microfilm
bonkers
contains a
game.
record of all those transactions. After my father's death, I learned of this secret and obtained the microfilm.
Frame drops in the official gameplay were funny
With
as
this
fuck.
money and the
It's not even
support
that
of
bad,
Brezhnev
because
and his
again,
allies,
it's on
we built this
console,
fortress in
and
Krasnygrad and Granin's
well,
research
for
facility.
console people it might be a bit concerning. For me though, PC
But that
side,
worthless
it's not.
fool Granin failed to produce
Um,
results.
And yeah,
He was forced to
optimization
turn to
typically
Khrushchev's dog Sokolov.
is something that you're doing
His
along the
invention,
way a lot of the
the
time,
Shago
but that is when you really put like a large number of people on the
My
optimization
position in
effort,
Groom
that
made
comes
it too
later in
troublesome to
development.
attack Sokolov's facility
So the
for
fact that the
record.
game is still about a year out, like
But the
the
spy network
major
established by the
optimization
secret pact still existed.
passes won't have even
Used it to
happened yet.
contact the boss and suggest
If
that it should
anything,
effect.
the only real issue is showing that
The
much
boss was
uncut
naive
gameplay
enough to see things
so
my way.
early in the game,
The world was
production
once
wise.
one, but the conflict between
But-
the philosophers has torn it in two.
I definitely don't think it will be much of an issue come
We
release.
will use the legacy to heal that rift,
Especially on the
to make
console
the
side, they'll
world
lock it
whole
down
again.
on console. On
To do this, we
PC,
need
different
strength,
configurations
an
are always a
unstoppable
factor,
trump
but
card with enough power to bring order to the world.
they'll have it very locked down on console since
That
it's so
trump card was
standardized.
To be the Shago Hod and the Cobra unit.
2 is an odd choice because I think most people won't choose it. 2's story, the first time through,
I have
is,
lost the Cobras,
in
but I
my
still have
opinion,
the
by
Shago
far
Hod
the
and
wildest
legacy.
experience.
There is nothing
4 would be a
America
close
can do to
second.
stop us.
Like, just purely from a story perspective as MGS goes, 4 is
Take
right
this
behind
someplace
it.
safe.
But that first playthrough of 2 is so bonkers. And 2 is also my favorite MGS. So that would definitely, if I was picking an MGS game
Take
to
good
re-experience for the first time, it would be 2. Just all the plot twists in 2 and where everything ends up going is so, like, genuinely
planning some sort of
unpredictable on a
sabotage.
first playthrough. It's awesome.
I'll go see if there are any surprises waiting for us.
It is so awesome.
I'll dispose of her.
If this is the best footage they have at the moment, why show it now? Its CE hype would be the last of their issues. Yeah, I think they just want to show it early because what I was also saying when I was talking about it is like, the visual stuff also comes much later. So, additionally, the reason that they only showed one mission in all of, like, they put out a ton of footage. They allowed creators to play the game early and record their own footage at 343.
Fight like a warrior.
And all of those creators have been uploading their footage as
But
well.
of course.
Like, and the reason that out of all of this, the only mission you're seeing is Silent Cartographer, is that they just chose that mission to get relatively polished up for public showcase first. And certainly the rest of the game is not quite ready for it. Because we're at the point where like the very fine details and stuff like that with the visuals have not been worked out yet. The optimization is not where it should be yet for release. It's kind of ballsy that 343 does this consistently as well. 'Cause I'll go there in a second. They have massive fucking nuts to show these long gameplay demos so far ahead of the game's release the way they consistently do. Like, there are reasons that developers typically don't do that. So the fact that 343 goes out of their way to do that is actually really impressive. Because even, like, we all remember the Halo Infinite showcase, right? With Craig and everything and the super flat texture work. We all remember. And even I guarantee you that a lot of the game's visuals would not have looked like that come release, because that showcase was still like a year before the game coming out, and they delayed it an additional year. A lot of people thought because of the response to the visuals in that showcase. But no, that's just the nature of, like, they haven't been focusing on the finer details of presentation because they're working on making the game at that point still. Like, they're still focusing on, like, functionality, sandbox design, stuff like that at that point in development. I think the game definitely looked better than it would have otherwise. Given the extra year, it gave them more time for stuff like that, obviously. But I don't think that was the sole reason for the delay, especially with how the game came out. I think the delay was more content related than anything with Halo Infinite. And, like, yeah, look back to the Halo Infinite showcase that ended up being about a year and a half before the game's release, if I recall. Give or take. I think it was like 18 months or something from that showcase to the final release of the game. I wouldn't expect that significant of a jump between what we saw yesterday and what we'll see late next year. But I would point to that from the same development team even as, like, this is the sort of thing that you can expect with them showing these long demos so early. Because the Halo Infinite demo also had some performance wonkiness as well. Because those things just come later. And they show these crazy long stretches. I think they understand that most people won't be able to give them the proper benefit of the doubt. Like, without understanding that things like presentation and optimization aren't nailed down that early. But they do it anyway, because they just want to show the fucking game, and it's kind of wild that they do. Like, it is almost borderline reckless, because every time they do it, they get this response, too, where everyone's like, why does it look bad? Why does it run poorly? Like, what is this? Sprinting in my Halo? Sorry, I had to go there again.
Snake, be careful.
The sprinting thing never gets less funny. Because every time they show a Halo game, there's a sprint. And every time people are like, what the fuck, there's a sprint? Every time. In the back left corner, I had to remind myself where my frog friend is. You bitch. No, there's a frog. Oh my god. I got him. Joke's on you. I'm not even gonna shoot you with that gun. Full 13-minute gameplay on announcement day is crazy, though. Yeah, because that's just what 343 likes to do. And I respect the shit out of them for it. But it definitely does lead to, you know, all the stuff with, like, people thinking the game looks bad, worrying about the... what's it? Performance, stuff like that. Like, they open themselves up to this willingly just so that they can show off the game so far ahead of release. Back in my day, we'd jog the entire way. Yeah, I saw a meme last night before I went to bed that was Halo fans every time they're reminded that a super soldier can sprint, and it was someone like freaking out, like having a meltdown. And it's true. It is every time they show a new Halo game and there is inevitably a sprint. There's that portion of the fan base that loses their minds every fucking time. How was Halo Infinite's campaign without spoiling it? Very okay. Very okay. Like, I feel like the best way to describe Halo Infinite's campaign is that what's there was good, but there wasn't a whole lot there. Like, that kind of is the best way I could sum it up in one sentence. Like, nothing about it is bad, per se. It's just all kind of, like, you finish the game, you'll have fun during the campaign, absolutely, but then when you finish it, you're kind of left underwhelmed. Like, you finish it for the first time and you kind of just sit there and go, yeah, that was really it. Like, that,
Shoot him!
there was not more. That was the whole thing. Worth playing? I would say it's worth playing, but you will definitely finish it and be like, wow, that was the whole thing, huh?
Sorry, Colonel. I'm afraid I can't do that.
I feel like I didn't miss anything. It's pretty good for what it is. Like, it definitely has 343's best writing.
Silence! I am your commander.
Obviously, Halo Infinite has their best sandbox design by a mile. Like, the core gameplay is good, the writing is good. I think the level design in Infinite is very lacking. And the visual diversity in that game is also very lacking.
Are you questioning my authority?
But what's there is pretty good. I would say it's worth it. Even just like 343 always kind of had an issue in their writing with making characters likable.
Fight like a man.
That has always been a struggle for them historically. At least I say that. In 4 and 5, that was a big struggle for them. Halo Infinite doesn't have that problem. The characters in Infinite are very likable.
Ocelot.
Very
Find
easy
those
to attach to
bombs.
compared to their other works, especially 5. Absolutely compared to 5. Yeah. We killed the interest with retconning 5 out of existence. The thing with 5 is weird. This is kind of spoily, but not really. I feel like most people have probably at least heard it by now, considering it's been like 4 years. But what Halo Infinite does in regards to 5's story and the fact that literally no one enjoyed that story was they took all of the stuff that was set up in 5 and they're basically like, yeah, it actually all like worked itself out off screen, like between games. You really don't have to worry about it. Just don't. So it doesn't like entirely retcon 5, but it basically is just like, yeah, don't worry about it actually. Like all this stuff with like Cortana being the villain, the Guardians, the created Uprising, don't worry about it. None of it is important anymore. And you're just kind of like, oh. And you're like, oh, but what about like, you know, Spartan Locke? He was like the one part of the game that was kind of cool. And there's like, yeah, don't worry about him either. You just don't have to, actually. Just don't even think about it. It's best if you don't. And you're like, oh, okay, all right. I guess. Could you not, Volgan? Replaces 5? No. 5 still happened. Every bit of Halo 5 happened, but everything that was left, like set up for a sequel at the end of Halo 5, resolved itself off screen between games. Like you start up Halo Infinite and it's just immediately like, yeah, don't worry about it. Actually, it worked itself out. They hand wave it to the side, hoping no one noticed. Yeah, they kind of just, like, genuinely, they're just like, yeah, it happened, but, like, it's in the past, and nothing really important came of any of it, so just don't even sweat it, dog. It's fine. Ah, shit. about Halo 5, it's not on PC. 5 is not on PC still, no. I always try to grab it because he doesn't look that sparkly and dangerous here. Like that looks like, oh, I can't grab him. When he's like actively flowing with it, but when it's like an occasional spark, I always think it's fine. It doesn't happen in Delta, but it absolutely happens here. Fuck, I keep trying to hit him in the head, but I'm not fast enough. You can go flying in this fight? I've never seen that before. I don't know why I tried that. But no, Infinite doesn't replace Halo 5. It genuinely just makes it so that it's like nothing that happened in 5 has any effect on the long-term story of Halo. Like, they acknowledge that 5's events took place and that Infinite is a continuation of it, but there are zero long-term consequences of Halo 5's story. Do you just lay down for this attack? Like, what do you do? Oh, you do lay down. I used to be able to dodge roll it consistently, but I lost that at some point. There. Son of a bitch. How long is Infinite? It depends on how much you do the open world stuff. The open world stuff can be worth it.
Let's see how you like this.
Ow. I don't even know this attack. What am I seeing today, Volgan? Another choice of all time. Basically, TLDR, in my opinion, the open world activities themselves are not terribly fun. But if you want to do them, they do allow you to spawn in like really high level gear just at will at a base. So like if you invest time into the open world, in return, you will get the ability to like call in a rocket launcher supply drop and just get a rocket launcher on demand. Or a sniper rifle. You'll be able to call in power weapons on demand. Like whenever you visit a base. Or even like a Scorpion tank you could call in on demand. If you do all the open world stuff, like you really complete it, you can pretty much call in any sandbox element you want whenever you go back to base. You can literally just get like your preferred loadout at any time if you invest the time into the open world. But the open world itself isn't terribly fun, so like it's kind of weird. The open world was a choice. I think open world was the thing that hurt it the most by far. That was a bad choice. I'm not a fan of the open world decision in general because it also led to... Bro, he had like 1 HP. The larger issue of level design not being very good and visual variety, like diversity being very not good, like incredibly not good. Kinda. That wasn't your head. Halo Infinite is in my top 5 Halo games. That's saying a lot. There's like 8 of them. It probably is, hold on. I have to think. 2 is my favorite, then CE, then 3. Campaign only? Or are we talking campaign and multiplayer?
Judo, eh?
1.14. That's what I've played historically is 1.14 when I go back to it. shit. Stop yelling at him. Plays Halo Wars. Halo Wars was actually pretty sweet. Like, for what it is, it's not a great RTS, but as like a really casual, like Halo themed RTS that you can just play and goof around with friends, it is like god tier. Oh, you son of a bitch. It's kind of weird. Like, if you're looking for a genuinely deep RTS, then like Halo Wars is not good. But as a casual one that you can play with friends or whatever, or even just fuck around with on occasion, it's pretty fun. Like, if you're a Halo fan, it's a blast. Playing the one guy on UNSC, the one like commander who can call in ODSTs once you're fully upgraded, and then just like basically sending in a scout to your buddy's base, followed up by fucking 40 ODST drop pods surrounding it. Stuff like that. Like, if you're a Halo fan and you're just playing it casually, you can do dumb shit like that, and it is so funny. Could have been something if it was utilized in the MP. How would you utilize it in the MP? What do you mean? Halo Wars 1 was better than 2. I never really played 2. So I wouldn't... I played the beta for it, but I never played the full game. So I played it a little bit and I enjoyed it, but I just didn't feel compelled to buy it for full price, basically. Halo BR, don't even speak it. I do think it could work, but I think Halo BR could work. However, I think Microsoft in their current state would be very irresponsible with a game of that nature. And I would not even want to see them try it. If that makes sense. Like, I think Halo BR from a gameplay standpoint could be very fun, just with the sandbox and everything. But the way that Microsoft would handle it from like a corporate perspective would probably be awful, and I would not want to see that. Although the rumor that we got like a few weeks ago prior to yesterday's announcement was that they were doing a CE remaster, and alongside that they were going to launch like a standalone free-to-play multiplayer component of Halo that would just be its own thing. So now that we got the campaign evolved announcement, that sounds like it's probably true, and I don't love that as a concept, because free-to-play is also what crippled Halo Infinite's multiplayer in a lot of ways. And its campaign, because no one wanted to pay $60 for only the campaign. Like, a lot of people just played the multiplayer a little bit and then never touched the campaign. I remember that being a big thing. Giant wars of some kind just seems a waste to have made it. I mean, big team battle is already a thing in Halo, but yeah, Halo 5 had this mode called Warzone, which was like a PvPvE large-scale battle. It was fun, ruined by microtransactions, because it was that era of online shooters. But if you didn't, you know, fuck with the microtransactions too much and you just enjoyed it for what it was without them, it was a cool concept. Just, it would need to have no microtransactions at all, because obviously even if you're not using them, other players can use them, so it still kind of disrupts the integrity of it.
Right now we've got to get to the lake and escape.
We can't leave.
Halo
yet.
1 Remake
I've
looks
still
10
got
times
one
more
last
generic
job
than
to
Halo
do.
used to look. I don't feel that way at all,
Is
no.
already at the lake.
Personally, I mean, it is literally the Halo CE art style.
She's at the lake.
I stuttered. The Halo CE
She's
art
waiting
style.
for you there.
Waiting for
Other than the elites look a little more like Halo Reach-esque in terms of their build.
I was hoping I wouldn't have to tell you.
They're less skinny and more bulky, like the later Bungie art style. But other than that, like, no, they're just using the CE art
Want
style.
you to fight her.
Like, even everyone's saying the assault rifle looks weird,
Right.
but that's just how the assault rifle looked in
Come to
CE.
realize that there's a special relationship between
Like,
you two.
that is just the CE assault rifle.
Something I can't understand.
It's just in higher
Something that
fidelity
goes
now, so
beyond
people are
a
like,
man
ew,
and
what
a
the fuck
woman.
is that? But, like, that's what it always looked like.
I envy you. Really, I do. But
Something
guess
is
I
off
just
for me. It
can't
could just be me.
understand it.
Well, I was saying also, I've said it a lot because we've talked about it like 4
She
times
asked
now.
me to tell you something.
We're more than a year away from release still.
I've never seen someone with such clear eyes.
So a lot of the visual polishing hasn't happened yet. Like, we're still seeing, and also this build we know is older
There.
because the build that they are showing footage of
Said it.
is, I think it's at least 2 months old from what we know.
Ready to go?
Because a bunch of content creators and stuff got to fly out to 343 and play early and record it, and that was like 2 months ago. So the build is also a little older than even like right now. Not like substantially older, at least as far as we know right now, but a little older. So a lot of that like visual polishing hasn't happened yet, and is the reason they also only showed 1 mission out of all of the footage from even the content creators and everything.
There is no escape.
It's just that was the only mission that was even
We failed.
sort of ready to be shown publicly. Good choice of mission to get to that point sooner, by the way. Good choice, but that's the reason that we only saw 1, and that stuff in that 1 looks a little off.
You want us?
And the reason the upscaling is so aggressive is because it's being played in performance mode on Series X. Because the upscaling, when you see it at first, you're like, whoa, that's a lot of upscaling. But it's because it's being played in performance mode on the console, which I don't know why they would go with that for their showcase either. But they did. Oh, I need the sniper already. Hold on.
There they are. They're over here.
God damn it. There we go. Shit. The mixing of the music I didn't like at all. I didn't really notice the music, but I also wasn't listening with like the volume at like full or anything. To be fair.
Up ahead.
I think Marty is back for the music. I'm not 100%, but he was like vague tweeting about it yesterday. Not in a negative way. Like he seemed to be like hinting that he was back for it yesterday. Not 100% on that, but he definitely, at least, let me go look at his Twitter again. I have him muted on Twitter because he's an ass, but let me go look. Because I started just seeing like my whole feed getting flooded by someone that I had muted on Twitter, and I was like, what is happening? And it was Marty. Oh my god, what is his Twitter handle? If I can even find him. Is it because I haven't? No, I should be able to search him. Why can I not find his Twitter? What is happening?
Blow him up along with it. Good plan.
The bridge is on the other side of the
Is it
runway.
Martin? Is that why? Hold on. I'm like, where the fuck is this guy? It might be Martin. McDonald?
Okay, here
No,
we go.
still can't find him. Wait, O'Donnell. O'Donnell, not McDonald. That's it. I said it out loud and I was like, wait a minute. His name isn't McDonald. Oh, it doesn't matter, you guys. I still can't find his Twitter. Marty. No. Still not there. Put the apostrophe in O'Donnell. There he is. Marty O'Donnell. I had to put the apostrophe in to find it. Holy shit. Now I don't know, because now he... I don't know. I really cannot say. He's tweeting about it positively and negatively. But to try to, like, find all of what he said about it, I also just have to sort through his barrage of political tweets that he's always putting out there. Which is the reason I have him muted. Not even because of his politics, just like, I don't care. I follow you because you're a composer, a legendary composer. I don't give a shit about your politics, Marty.
Snake, are you saving?
Because he almost only tweets about politics. He very rarely tweets about game stuff anymore.
Hang in there.
Like, it's one thing if it's once in a while, but it's almost exclusively what he tweets at this point.
There they are.
There's one on the forklift up here. This is the part that sucks for Keratons. The forklift there. Shit. 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 My brain did not click that it was here. Ha! You can't stop me. Man, we stopped here for a long time, huh? It sounds too far and a bit thin to me. It could be something with the attenuation that they're doing, because Unreal Engine's audio attenuation is a bit fucked. That's one of the things that I've never liked very much about UE5 and working within it, is that audio mixing is kind of fucky in it. Not that, like, they don't give you the proper tools or anything, but the way that the engine handles spatial audio makes audio mixing really weird in it. Which is also my suspicion of what happened in MGS Delta's cutscenes being so quiet. I think it's to do with the spatial audio in UE5. Ow. Bitch.
Little baby, little piss baby. Did you piss your pants, baby? Little piss baby.
I didn't piss my pants. I did not. There was no pants pissing. This whole sequence is still so ridiculous and over the top. Just so batshit crazy. God bless Hideo Kojima. This one is a real bitch. This Keraton is the worst one. So get me that SVD. Put a save down for me. And let's just pray.
Come back.
I can't believe I missed like a single one on the first run through. I'm still not over it. Nah, we're getting close now. It's... I see him. He's that one. Might as well. Oh my god, I hit him. Who even needs a second attempt? Not me, obviously. I'm shocked I got that one first try. That one is the real bitch. Because it's so far out there, and Eva is just swerving all around the place while you're trying to hit it.
You want to be a piss baby, False? According to where I'm pissing. Yeah.
What is with the piss baby right now? What is going on? Also, why did the bot not work for a second there? That's weird. What did you say about a conquest mode for Halo? They already kind of did it in Halo 5. It was called Warzone. And it was okay. Could have been a lot better.
I've got a surprise for you. You won't be getting away this time.
Warzone? Yeah. Halo 5 Warzone. Seriously? Yeah. It kind of got ruined by microtransaction shit, though.
Son of a bitch!
Halo 5 and Infinite in a nutshell. Say what you will about Halo 4 MP. I've certainly said plenty. But, at least when you paid for the game, everything that you could unlock was just in the game. No additional payment needed.
Come back.
Halo 5 came out during the loot box era, so that one was particularly bad. Where's this Keraton? Is it also on top of a box? Yeah. To the right? Oh, I see him. I'm aiming. Eva, slow down. Ah, okay. .343 Halo era makes me very depressed. I think Infinite was generally really solid aside from the like free to play and shop stuff. I would have way rather just had like a $70 game than a free to play multiplayer and like a $50 campaign. Because the free to play and like a microtransaction shop shit really hurt the multiplayer a lot. Oh, I hit him just then. That was a crazy shot. But yeah, he spun around. Definitely. I saw. I don't need the SVD anymore then. Oh, this is not what I wanted. No more SVD. We do want the RPG. Pretty much. I was like, what if you could actually do some substantial damage? You can't. You still just can't. I want an M63 as well. Actually, that reminded me. Actually, no, M16. We keep it classy. It is, like, stunning him out of everything, at least. I'll take it. I didn't think Infinite was too bad. 4 was fun for a little bit. I think 4's campaign is pretty overhated. It's not great, but, like, it's about as good as Reach's campaign was. Or ODST's. Nah, 4 sucks. 4 is okay. Reach is good, the fuck you mean? Reaches wasn't all that good either? Thank you. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's about as good as Reach's campaign was, and people don't bitch about that one anywhere near as much. Because, like, even a lot of the things that people complain about with 4 were already issues in Reach, too. Like, the level design being really restrictive, and the sandbox elements not really working out, like, half the time. The ammo thing is just a Halo 4 issue, though.
Let's go.
And that is bad. The ammo in Halo 4 is crazy. Reach's sandbox was so overinflated with stupid bullshit that, like, wasn't even very useful. I'm just so hopeful knowing that one of the weapons they're adding to the CE remake is the needle rifle. That one I can see. It fills a role that was not in Halo CE originally. That one I'm cool with. But, like, I really hope that there aren't too many weapons from Reach coming over. That's the only one that they mentioned that is, like, explicitly from Reach, but a lot of Reach's sandbox is so... I mean... not useless, but, like, redundant. Redundant is a good word. I was like, useless isn't the word that I'm looking for, because it's not useless, but, like... redundant is the word I'm looking for. What? Oh, because there's more, yeah. Higher difficulty.
Only one more left. It's here. Hurry.
Good enough, right, Eva? The plasma grenade launcher was one of the weapons of all time. And the grenade launcher. The normal one. Oh my god, I need to go back. There's a Keraton during the bridge section. I forget every time. The normal grenade launcher. A lot of Reach's sandbox can be described as, like, it has so much personality, but so little practical application. Like, within the gameplay. Reach had so much of that. Just so many weapons and stuff that are, like, it's pretty cool. Like, the concept is neat, but actually trying to use it is so impractical. Reach had a ton of that. I hit him. Okay. I hate that I forgot to save on that screen too, because I wasn't thinking about it. M63, it's easier. Where the fuck is the RPG? It's right there too. That's... I can't believe I went over it that many times. And this one is more of a personal thing, and I know this one. But like, Noble Team, aside from George, does so little for me. Like, I just don't even feel like the characters are very interesting. They're all so one-dimensional. Like, it's insane. Even George is so one-dimensional. He's just the likable one of the bunch. So I give him a bit of a pass. The bot just said no. Cat is just the lady playing Halo 2 Lasso. Halo 5 campaign is yikes. Yeah, Halo 5 has the same, like, the characters just aren't likable. That's a big issue in 5. Like, none of the new squad mates are likable at all in that game. It's crazy.
Hang in there.
Okay.
Keep your aim steady.
Hold on, Eva.
More to the right.
Had to hit the frog first, my bad.
2 more left. Only 1 more left. Shadow Hunt's not here yet. Let it come closer. It's here.
June, clearly a very deep and complex character. Yeah. Emil, Carter. They're all just so boring, like, as characters. It drives me crazy. It's not even just the characters, like that alone. It's the same way with Halo 5, where it doesn't really drive me crazy. I just never really think about them, like, at all. But then people talk about Noble Team like they're like the coolest characters ever. And I never, like, even when I was a kid, I didn't really think they were that cool. Like, even when I was at that easily impressed, like, rule of cool age, I just wasn't that big on them. But I also played COD. And I feel like the older COD campaigns did, like, the pure rule of cool thing so much better than, like, Halo Reach did.
It's over.
Like, COD characters from that era were so blatantly one-dimensional and rule of cool. But I liked them way more. I still like them way more. Like, you have me choose between Carter or Captain Price, it's Captain Price any day of the week. You have me choose between Emil or Soap, it's Soap. Or sorry, Emil or Ghost, it's Ghost.
I'm not finished yet.
Cat or Soap, it's Soap. The old COD campaign characters were the same exact thing, but they were actually just way more enjoyable.
Eva, you take care of the driving.
I don't know. I'm not a Reach hater.
On one condition.
I am, however, a jaded.
You got it. I was getting tired of running away anyway.
I don't know if jaded is the right word either. Just, it drives me crazy that Reach does not get criticized, like, at all, because it was still Bungie, so people let it off on everything.
For luck.
Reach had issues. And now this is the fun part where I save for next time, because it's about that time, and I got stuff I want to get done today. Because if I can get it done today,
Hang in.
I'm less busy for like the next week. At least bring me to the menu where we have the cool music. They were always meant to be killed off, so they were just like, this'll do. Fair. I don't get the ghost glazing, because Ghost and Gaz are basically the same. Ghost is just Gaz with a little extra edge. So he wins out just on that, basically. He's the same thing, but a little edgier. Oh, there's no music in original. That's a Delta thing. All right, well, awkward silence it is then. That works for me. Anyway, it is about that time. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy and you haven't done so already, feel free to go ahead and leave a follow, sub, whatever. Come back another time. We're doing this. We're doing all sorts of other stuff like Resident Evil, Yakuza, hold on. I'm missing one. Ace Combat. Come back for any of it. It's all good. Also, if you enjoyed, feel free to leave a like on the YouTube side. It helps out with algorithm, gives it a little boost, so I appreciate it. Thank you if you've done so already. Thank you if you're about to do so. If you're looking for links to anything else outside of Twitch or YouTube to engage with the community, check out links in the description below on YouTube or on Twitch. They're on the channel page. They're in chat commands, things like Twitter, Discord server, whatever. Those are all there. Other than that, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope to see you guys back here next time. I hope you all have the rest of your day. Thank you for coming to the stream, and goodbye.